first pick of the draft anyway. If we get back to the game, and Rogue going to be looking at what they want to go for their own first pick. Something like a Baron is available, but Grace is also
Grace will be picked. Grace is very strong. Again, Echo just changed these captains and the role they play. It's amazing how much one of them has changed. So Baron will be banned with Kesho. Typical ban drafts here. And I think here they might take the Ringo this time and not give it to Truth, potentially, and then save the last jungler as a counter pick, or they may just take the Samuel right away and not give Nova the Samuel Cat composition that they love to run. So let's see what Rogue's gonna decide. Either take the Ringo or the Samuel here. They're gonna go with Glaive actually. Wow.
None of
but
the
Vox
above.
is open, so Vox is good to dance around the Grace and the Glaive. So I don't know why they would pick a Glaive if Vox is open. Because Truth will probably pick up Vox and they'll take Samuel or Sky here against the Glaive. But I don't think Sky is that good into Glaive, so they'll probably go with the Samuel.
Well, we'll see what direction, whether the Samuel and the Vox will be the picks coming through here for Nova. What are you expecting to see here, Bacon? What's the typical picks for Nova?
I think Samuel is definitely going to be something that comes through. You know, their top 4 picks are the Baptiste, Kestrel, Samuel, Catherine. They've been doing a great job on Rogue of making sure they don't get those top 2.
Sky
it is going to be the Sky coming through. Sky is going to be, again, you know, can really work wonders into the Grace. We've seen it be able to counter the Grace very heavily in the past couple of weeks. And now for their final pick, you know, again, they can go for the Vox. They
definitely need to go for Vox because he can dance around Glaive, dance around the Grace. So they need to avoid that Holy Nova. And Sky and Vox are perfect against the Grace because she's not good at landing the Holy Nova stuns against very mobile heroes such as Sky and Vox. So now Rogue will probably pick up the Samuel here at this point, because they need someone to outrange the Sky. They probably won't play Celeste. They may even go Koshka. They want to go really aggressive and just snowball the heck out of Nova. So Koshka could be picked up here, and Sean has a pretty nasty Koshka.
There's also a chance they could go for the Ringo again and put the Glaive into the jungle. You can run it as either double weapon or another CP Ringo if you really feel so inclined. As long as you're not targeting the Catherine, then you can kind of avoid a lot of the reflect damage that would come out from there. So it's definitely a possibility, and it's just going to be of how comfortable do they feel about going into that matchup.
Well, the Ringo is going to be locked in there.
Ooh.
We'll see.
It's going to be a CP Ringo.
You think it's going to be CP?
Oh yeah,
for sure?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll have to see. Obviously, double weapon power is an option, but you seem confident. What is it that makes CP Ringo stand out so
It's
much?
good because he outranges. He can poke the Sky, poke the Vox. Does a lot of damage with the alternating current, Shatter Glass, and they have no heals. So he's even better now because there's no Lyra to negate his heals.
There's also the fact that Hellfire Brew doesn't care about how mobile you are. Once it gets targeted, it's hitting you no matter what.
That's
so,
true.
You know, you can be dancing around the fight as all you want as a Sky. If the Hellfire Brew gets targeted on you, you're going to get hit.
Alright, well, this CP Ringo has been sneaking into the meta. We're seeing it more and more. We've had varying success coming out, I think it's fair to say. So we'll see whether that is something that can have success in this game. Remember how important this game is for the seeding. Gankstars need Nova to win if they want to move on through. If you're part of the Gank fam, you want to be voting for Nova on this one. And let us know on social media using that hashtag Vainglory8. Let's jump on into our final game of the day, though. It's Nova up against Rogue. One apiece right now. Let's see who can take it.
And it doesn't end with just this game if you're a Gangstars fan, because you're going to be following Nova into the semi-finals and hoping they can shut down Immortals as well. Gangstars, this is the worst case scenario for them, Scoundrel. Is this possibility? The series tied 1 apiece. Rogue threatening a win. If Rogue take this away, then Gangstars lose their Unified Western Live Championship spot. And that will be the first time, I believe, ever that we haven't seen them in a live finals. Currently, Rogue making the moves as well! Starboy's caught out! It's going to be a straight-up first blood for Hammy! It can't get worse than that if you're a Gangstars fan.
It doesn't look good. In truth, now on the wrong side of things against Hammy as well. He's trying to take some early trades. Got the light armor too. Trying to prevent a bit of that damage coming down with the weapon blade. Doesn't need that Swift shooter because he can get that from his twirling silver. If Rogue can continue this momentum, they'll be booking their place in that semi-finals against Immortals, and Gangstars will be relegated to the bench for, I think you're right, the first time ever as Truth takes some damage.
Oh, Truth so low, but Starboy will come in to save the day. And he's going to be pretty happy about it as well. Truth survives. We'll have to see how Rogue can force the issue. It does seem like it's going to be the CP Idris once, Ringo for Hammy here. I wonder if he goes the same build as well as Scoundrel, this more auto-attack orientated build, or against a slightly more mobile composition, perhaps we'll see more burst.
I think I still like the alternating current build. You are going to always get the opportunity to use that on both Catherine and Truth. And if you go burst orientated and Catherine's able to land the Storm Shield onto your burst, like that's going to be pretty devastating. So I like the balance between some sustain and burst here. I think that's pretty solid. And I also think, yeah, very likely to be, like we said, Pon the Original loves to pilot these weapon power junglers. So you're always going to put Hammy in a position where you either go double weapon power or Hammy has to play a CP laner, which is kind of out of meta right now. So Hammy, at this point, going towards the CP Ringo is going to give them that late game out against this Sky Vox, gives them the single target burst that is necessary to deal with the Sky in some instances. Really like where we're going with this. It is that heavy presence being picked up here, so Hammy already working towards what could be multiple items, but we imagine it'll be his alternating current again first.
I knew that the storylines that would be built in today's Vainglory 8 were going to be hot like Scoundrel, but it has just been so great watching these teams battle it out. And, you know, like you mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, these North American teams have come to party. They have brought all of the stops here. There's no time to hide strategies, keep things secret. It is just go, go, go. Full speed ahead if you want to go to LA at the beginning of next month. It's one apiece to series as well. Couldn't get any tighter. And it's just incredible to see that, you know, at the end of this season, we're seeing things like CP Ringo come out to try and save the day and seemingly successfully do so as well.
Man, this is so tough if you're a Gangsters. I can't imagine what it's like to be the Gangsters players, the organization, the staff, watching this game right now, knowing it's out of your hands.
And Starboy's dead as well. He will not escape. Truth in the lane cannot do anything but watch his captain go back to base. The fountain secured. It's nice and early, but it wasn't there. Truth now in a bit of trouble, but it's a bait as Lone Delphi dives in with a series strike and pushes Rogue back off of his carry.
I'm wondering
into the lane. They're not done here, Scoundrel. They're looking for another kill. It is going to be Truth knocked up against the wall. It's going to be Truth going down to Hammy. Lone Delphi, he's trying to find one. He will, but he's going to go down to the turret. And it's going to be Hammy reaping his revenge from the grave. Oh dear. Rogue with a huge lead.
Well, it's not actually a lead in terms of gold, but definitely a lead in terms of advantage on the map right now, in terms of pressure as well. The only reason the gold right now is still in favour of Nova is Truth has managed to build a small CS lead over his opponent, which should get closed up quite nicely as Hammy makes his way back towards this turret to claim the minions that lie there. But good, I mean, this is so insane. This is so insane, just for what it means in terms of standings, what it means in terms of pretty much everything. We could see one of the longest standing Vainglory organizations not making it to a live final for the first time in a very long time. Hammy's going Shatterglass. It is a change up of the build. Single target burst, you were right. Against the Sky, the mobility. Better to have something that is just straight up more impactful, like the Achilles shot and the Hellfire Brew. I imagined he might have been working towards, but this is going to be a big mid-game spike impact for the Shatterglass CP Ringo.
Yeah, also Tension Bow just finished up upon the original as well. First item on this glaive, and it is all about burst. Remove either Lone Delphi or True from the Halcyon fold, and then just look to take the fight from there if you're Rogue. Steps to success, steps to semi-final, steps to LA. Currently Rogue looking to do just that. The CS deficit in the lane closing up. Only one CS in it. And completely shut down there as far as that is concerned. And it's all going to come down to these level 6 team fights you'll feel in just a little bit.
Starboy, trying to build up stacks here, lands one onto Hammy and walks away from that turret. Does look like Hammy has picked up a Swift Shooter, so he's actually just gone. He's probably going to build Alternating Current. Just felt that like going Shatterglass first gives them the ability to put some pressure with this glaive Tension Bow spike in the mid game, which makes a lot of sense. Their single target burst will allow them to maybe accelerate their gold lead a little bit more readily this time round, Darcy.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way, and he's not too far off of getting his ultimate as well as Scoundrel. That is the big power spike for Ringo every time he gets to put a point in his Hellfire Brew. And look at him rotating down to the jungle right now just to share some experience with Pon the Original so that he can get there quicker.
Look at Truth build, Dalsy. Look at Truth build.
That is very interesting.
Does that remind you of anything?
That reminds me of days gone past and potentially days to come as well, Scoundrel. We are playing 2.6. Truth deciding that he wants to go full crit.
Wow, the breaking point double turret monocle build and not a build that we haven't seen a huge amount of. Whoa, here we go.
Pon the Original not actually successfully. Great block coming out of Truth, and he's going to lay down some damage. Hammy, though, he is just one creep away from getting his level 6. There it is, Hellfire Brew's ready to go. He would have to plant himself on the ground, and that could be devastating as Nova are ready to fight right now. There's the death from above. It won't connect. The Hellfire Brew is going to land onto Lone Delphi. It's only 400 damage just yet. Pon the Original, with an afterburn over the wall, does put himself in a bit of trouble.
He steals.
Secure. I say he's secure. His jungle there, Scoundrel, and gets the health back as well.
He steals it back from an area where it felt like it was overwhelming odds against him. I guess I'll put it that way. Man, Truth has said that I don't think the Poison Shiv Tension Bow build is enough damage for me this game. I want to go full Vox carry, but he's going to...
Oh no, but he walks into a Death Rush! It's all gone wrong! And now it's Lone Delphi caught out as well! Hammy, one more auto attack will secure it, but he can't get in range. Oh my goodness, I don't know how Lone Delphi walks away with that. Pon the Original going to walk into the bush. No, he doesn't. Pon does not find the kill into Lone Delphi, but Truth goes down.
Oh wow, Starboy stacking up as well, 14 stacks, but Truth made a major error there, walked straight into that brush. It looks like the back camps are going to get stolen away here by Pon. Maybe Lone Delphi chases this down.
Yeah. Doesn't actually get the target lock, which would have allowed the series strike. That would have been the key component of him securing the kill there, but he doesn't. Alternating current is picked up for Hammy, so just reversing his first two items from the previous game here at Scoundrel is still looking to stack up and probably going towards a broken myth like in the previous game as well.
Yeah, well, he's got the energy battery.
Oh.
This could be an Eve of Harvest game, unless he's going towards Halcyon. Yes, or Echo, actually. Could be Echo, or it could be Eve of Harvest. Echo would make sense because you're trying to burst down a single target, I suppose, and that would lend itself to the Shattered Glass first build, but I guess we just have to wait and see where he moves with this. The interesting person I want to touch on is just Truth. I mean, this is a build that we haven't seen on Vox in a very long time, but it still has really good single target damage output, still very good at building a breaking point, and is a more carry-oriented damage build.
Hellfire Brew is going to go out. That's onto Lone Delphi. He lays down a huge death from above, but the Divine Intervention going to keep Pon the Original alive. Hammy, he's in trouble now. Target locked and Evo tanking up. Starboy going to go forward and stun him on up. Pon the Original, he finds a kill. He knocks Starboy back. He just styled all over Nova and says, peace out, boys. Rogue going to hold on to their kill lead. Starboy doing his best to try and find kills set up for Lone Delphi, and Lone Delphi trying his best to lay down the forward barrage cover fire as well. But they're not going to find anything just yet, Scoundrel. Hammy is still so low, and Starboy is just stacking up and being allowed to do so. That's going to be a Holy Nova. They're going for the kill onto Starboy. Oh no! Starboy goes down once more. A third death for him. 7-1 for Rogue. 6-1-1 for Hammy. If you're a Gangstars fan, you're cringing right now. If you're a Rogue fan, you're cheering. And Truth. Oh dear.
I don't even know what to say.
These are mistakes you just don't make, Scoundrel. These are mistakes. Like these guys are feeling the pressure, Scoundrel. It's only when the pressure is this stacked up do you make mistakes like this.
You've got a non-sustain build against a weapon-powered glaive, a non-sustain, non-kiting build that would be probably pretty good, like the traditional Vox build that we've seen. You walked into a brush where you had vision, and still just got blasted. I don't know. That is Truth of making all kind of errors here that is just so uncharacteristic.
Surprisingly, the gold lead for Rogue has not been increased to a amount that you could expect by the amount of kill domination that they have stacked up here. But they are certainly looking to continue to stack up that death count on Nova. Currently, Lone Delphi sitting in a bush, waiting for some damage. Evo happy to block that up. Hammy's going to throw this Hellfire Brew out onto Lone Delphi, but this time a Crucible comes out to block it all up.
Yeah, they're trying to buy some time here and some space, but what are they able to do? So Truth taking an aggressive position right now.
They actually used both reflex, okay. That's panic. When Lone Delphi and Starboy both use their reflex.
Yeah, that is panic, especially against a Ringo that could be working towards an Echo, like you said. Huge single target burst with the Echo. With the alternating current, though, it doesn't feel like... I feel like if you're going an Echo build, you just absolutely stack the most CP you can get to make it a Hellfire-orientated build. With that, with the inclusion of the alternating current, you almost feel like he goes Eve of Harvest, because you feel like you're just not going to get enough impact out of an echoed single Shattered Glass alternating current Hellfire Brew. So I feel like that's either going to be Halcyon Chargers or the Eve of Harvest.
Let's see where Hammy decides to build. He's currently sitting on almost 3,000 gold. He's really just teasing us right now, Scoundrel, with how much gold he has in his inventory and where he's going to invest it. Surely he goes back soon, but with the amount of pressure Nova is putting onto the lane, it is certainly forcing a huge amount of gold to be stacked up here. And this is great for Nova. If Hammy is not buying items, he's not getting extra damage, whilst Nova is continuously being forced back to the shop. And they are picking up damage items, so potentially a team fight could go their way, or a gold miner or a turret can be taken. Hammy finally backports here. Where's that 3,300 gold going towards?
It's a Broken Myth. He literally just wanted the energy battery for the energy regeneration. The Broken Myth comes out straight up by, and that's going to be huge impact in these team fights. The Tornado Trigger. This is an interesting build, by the way, Dalsy. This was technically the highest DPS build the Vox could achieve after those nerfs and attack speed changes. So, yeah, that's not a bad. It's a very, very high DPS build from Truth.
Okay. Have to watch out to see how this one does play out. There's the Hellfire Brew. It is going to be Lone Delphi blocked up. A double reflex block used once more, but the Death from above going to channel Rogue into death.
The damage!
Oh, Truth just doing the damage. 1, 2, he goes down, but it's an ace for Nova.
Goodness me, that is why you build that build on the Vox, because you're not worried about kiting. Your single prime directive is kill the bloody CP Ringo, and Truth did that with absolute vigor. Runs him down, no armor, disrespects the critical strike on the Vox. And that was a couple of basic attacks. It took me a while to click, Dalsy. I was looking at Truth saying, why the hell are you building that? And now I see it. It's purely to put pressure on Hammy in these fights, and he did it so well there.
The last of 2.6 matches, and an absolute treat coming out for us as well. This series has been an incredible feast for our North American viewers, and of course viewers from all around the world as well. Our North American fans, I guess you could say.
There's no armor, absolutely no armor across anybody on the Rogue lineup.
Wow.
That is going to just
rip them.
It's not even close, Dalsy. It's gonna chainsaw them.
Wow, this is a mistake from Rogue, you would think.
It's
a mistake that can be rectified, but a mistake right now that Nova can just capitalize on in such a heavy way.
And it's a mistake that could cost them their place or their chance of a place in the Unified Western Live Championships.
Well, Gangstars fans, it's time to give your energy up to Nova and Truth. As Hammy going to throw out this Hellfire Brew onto Truth. Crucible comes out. He's taking a lot of damage, though. Pond trying to get in. Death from above going to stop them from chasing down. Evo is in trouble. Hammy as well. Truth stacking up, but the Divine Adventure keeps him alive. Truth with 1 does go down. No Delphi with a Series Strike. Evo should fall, you would think. He's going to be the holding over to keep himself alive for now, but Lone Delphi finishes off the job. The Kraken has spawned. Pond trying to escape. Can Delphi Series Strike to victory? Target locks over. There's the Series Strike. It is the double kill for Lone Delphi. It is the ace for Nova. And Rogue going to miss out on a Kraken.
And suddenly Rogue are in an awkward position where they have no slots available, apart from Evil, who could sell up his contract. No slots available for armor. And none of them are willing to sacrifice even an energy battery or some shielding just to pick some up, because Truth is ripping through them right now. That is just so much damage coming out on this Vox. It's a very traditional build, but it works so well in this specific scenario. Clever building from Truth to me, to be honest. And obviously Lone Delphi now got his 3-item spike on this Skye. This is 2.6 Skye. This is when she was still incredibly good with this particular build. and he's starting to rip through things as well. It's not looking great. The Echo comes out on Evil though, Dowsey.
Yeah, he had it in the last fight as well.
Did he have it in the last fight? He had it completed in the last fight. Okay, because it's been used. So that could be pretty influential here. There is an
imagine. Sorry, can you just imagine if the reason Rogue missed out on Unified Western Live Championships was because of armor?
Pretty devastating to think about, to be honest, Dowsey, is they're going to run this down. But don't quite.
Choke point turret taken, Scoundrel. Nova inching forward, looking to try and take this series off of Rogue. It's going to be a stun onto upon the original. Hellfire Brew going to come out. Where's it aimed at? Lone Delphi. It's blocked by a Crucible once more. This time the reflex is kept. Hammy in trouble. Silenced on up. They're forced onto their healing platform. It is going to be this second turret taken. Look, the Kraken is so healthy. Nobody needed to start. Rogue needs to start the fight, but Evo losing his life. Truth gets blown up. This is great for Rogue. They can turn this around, but Pon is in trouble. He's getting taken on down. It is the double for Hammy. It's going to be a triple for Hammy. He's able to take it all home for Rogue, and the Kraken will be stopped, if not by taking the Vein Crystal turrets down. Rogue will fight for another fight.
They have the Kraken down, but no Vein Crystal turrets to speak of. A singular foot wrong now for Rogue will absolutely seal their fate at being lost at the bottom of the table. No way in hell that they can compete at the Unified Western Live Championships. A single foot wrong in just a single game of Vainglory, and it could mean so much for this Rogue roster.
There's going to be no armor, Scoundrel. Even more so.
Echo
for
Hammy. Bloody
Pon
hell.
Original is nowhere near finishing an Aegis, and he's not going to sell that shielding for armor. Truth is going to continue doing what he's been doing this entire game. If he can just survive and take down Hammy. Oh, these fights.
Dowsey,
oh my gosh.
A really, really small point that I think is pretty influential. Every time a Hellfire Brooks come out, both Starboy and his carry activate their reflex block. With an Echo, that could be devastating. We need to keep our eyes on that.
I think in the last one, they had finally sorted out the synergy between Lone Delphi and Starboy, and Lone Delphi held onto his reflex blocks. So that is good news, I guess you could say, for the side of Nova. But in a moment of panic, you never know what happens, Scoundrel. And keep your eyes on those item activatables. 19 minutes, Scoundrel. The gold almost even. And Unified Western Live Championships. Tickets ready to be stamped. Lone Delphi with that forward barrage will make sure he doesn't get caught out. Truth is looking for a flank. In fact, he's just threatening a back door right now, threatening Rogue to rotate towards him. He is in a position where perhaps he gets caught out, but he can also stack onto the unexpected members. Hammy is going to throw it out, but he blocks it up. Oh, Lone Delphi is dead! Just completely blown up, and they have another Hellfire Brew to come. Here it goes, straight into the Starboy. He is going to stun down Hammy, but he's going to lose his life. It's a double, and the Kraken gets started up. Rogue are ready to take this home, and it's only Truth left standing here. He's going to make the hero play. He feels he needs to Scoundrel. A desperation player would be, but he's waiting to see if he can do it. Pon the original gets a heal. He's going to charge down onto Truth. The damage is insane, and Truth is dead. It's the ace for Rogue. A Kraken unleashed. A game turned on its head.
And Rogue put every foot in the right spot. The dance moves completely on point. And they take Kraken with the ace. This could be a devastating push, not only for Nova, but for the Gangstars squad as well. Lone Delphi's positioning in that last fight was abysmal. There's no way of putting about it. He was a frontline Sky. The stun comes through. This is a massive play.
Yeah, Divine Intervention onto Pon the original is going to keep him alive for now. Here's the second to heal him again. Hammy does get stunned.
Oh, Starboy!
Block. Starboy very low in the middle of the fight. It looks like he may fall. He gets taken on down. Hellfire Brew gets eaten on up by the dead Catherine, but it looks like Rogue may be losing their life. Can Truth make the hero play that his team is needing? No Delphi's going to fight one second for Nova, and it's only Pon the original left. Oh my goodness! Pon cannot defend this! The Kraken will not take the basic, Scoundrel. Pon needs to get the backport.
They need to go right now to that Vein Crystal and try and take it off the board. Truth is going to pick up. I don't know what he picked up, but he certainly picked up something. It might have been travel boots. This is going to be 2v1. Pon the original to defend the hopes of Rogue, or Nova to secure their place in the semi-finals and keep Gangstar's hopes alive. Here we go!
Straight in. Truth going to charge on forward. Pon taking auto attack after auto attack in that forward seconds. He needs to get in there. This Vein Crystal is dead. It looks like it's all over for Rogue. And Nova going to take the game, the series. And Gangstars will survive another day. Wow. Rogue losing out on their Unified Western Live Championship chances. Nova, an incredible series win by them.
My heart is unbelievably fast right now. I cannot imagine how the Gangstars squad are feeling. You always, in football, there's a term, in English football, or European football, not the American football, there's a term that you're always most vulnerable when you score a goal. That is the most vulnerable point in the game. It is very similar in Vainglory. You are almost most vulnerable when you take a Kraken and try and push with it. That was crazy, Dowsey.
Absolutely. I think we